What's happening, everybody? This is Dave from Steel City Drones Flight Academy. Today we're talking about the CZI GL300 Spotlight. And a lot of people aren't aware that this light exists and that what the niche market is going to be for that light. So we're going to talk about exactly what that is and how it differs from this Spotlight right here, which is the GL60 Plus. We're going to talk also about more of the differences between the two. I'm going to show you some different comparison footage so that way you really get a good idea of the differences between the two. So to start off with, the GL300, again, the 300 means 300 watts of power that it's going to consume, but it puts out a lot of power output. It puts out up to 30,000 lumens. Let's go over some of the things that you get when you purchase the GL300, as well as the different things you have to do to set it up. We have a little foam cutout that keeps the sensor from moving around. It's very nice and tight. We have the battery module that we're going to be using to power up the GL300. We have a screwdriver that we're going to be using to remove the factory battery safety lever and replace it with a second one because the one battery is going to stick out further. And then we also have the cable that's going to be powering up the GL300. So the supplied battery module plugs directly into the aircraft, and then the battery gets plugged directly into the module. That's going to leave an additional 3/4 of an inch gap on the end of the battery, which is why we have to have the different battery safety lever attached. Where the GL300 works best is where we need to illuminate a large area for like hazmat operations. In Pittsburgh, there was recently a very large trail derailment at nighttime. That would be perfect operations for this, where we can go ahead and illuminate for the ground control, for the cleanup areas, or a car crashing down a hill or steep ravine at nighttime with no lighting at all, for ground and emergency services to be able to try to search for the vehicle or to be able to need to get the people out of the vehicle safely, where it would be impractical to be able to get a helicopter for a long period of time to be able to provide a spotlight. And a lot of helicopters are not equipped with that either anyway. So this could work in conjunction with a tethered power station where we could keep this up for 24 hours, continuously if needed. If we're not going to use a tethered power station, because of the high power that the light draws, the flight time is cut down significantly. We saw between 18 and 19 minutes, and again, that's getting the aircraft down with 20% remaining. Now, the difference in the weight between the two spotlights is that the GL60 Plus is 750 grams and the GL300 is 1,200 grams. But even at 1,200 grams combined with the H20T camera, is going to be about 4.5 pounds. So we still have over 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds extra payload capacity before the M300 gets maxed out. So we have plenty of headroom in the weight department. Now, the Spotlight is controllable via one of two different ways. We can use a floating tool in the DJI Pilot app through using the CZI Assistant tool, or we can go ahead and just use Pilot 2, and they have a PSDK option there that we can allow us to be able to use those built-in tools now, which are a lot better, which have been greatly improved in the Pilot 2 app. Also, we have the ability, just like the GL60 Plus, with the GL300 to be able to synchronize the Spotlight to the camera sensor. The Spotlight will follow the camera sensor. And as you can see right here, it tracks very well if we have to go ahead and follow a point of interest. Now, in overall terms of brightness, we didn't really see a noticeable increase in the overall brightness level. Now let me explain what that means, because you might be saying, well, wait a second, this is 120 watts and that is 300 watts. That's more than double the power, so doesn't that mean that's double the brightness? No, that doesn't necessarily mean double the brightness, because when you're talking about illuminating a very large area compared to a more shallow area, that's going to take more power. So what CZI is able to do is not have a drop off in overall brightness or illumination, but still able to cover and illuminate a larger area. So that's the difference. So as you see from our comparison footage, we get on both cameras very good coverage and brightness. But the GL60 Plus is more of a narrow band, more of a narrow beam. And the GL300 is much wider. In fact, it is wide to the point where we can cover an entire large high school size infield. In regards to comparing again both spotlights, neither one has a variable beam that can be adjusted. We had that with the old GL60 Zoom, which we really liked, but neither of these spotlights have the ability to be able to adjust the size of that beam. So whatever spotlight you decide that you need to go with, they are going to be fixed and they cannot be adjusted. So lastly, as far as pricing goes, CZI right now is in the middle of restructuring their price points for the United States retail market. So I can't give you anything specific other than I can tell you that once the dust clears here, we'll be able to put all the pricing on our website, hopefully very soon. But you can expect that the GL300 is going to be a little more than 2 times the cost of the GL60 Plus. So if you have any other questions that I might not have covered, please feel free to reach out to us, put the comments down below, or you can reach out to us directly. We have a brand new toll-free number, or you can call us at our support email. We'll be glad to talk to you and help you out if you figure out you're not quite sure yet which one will work better for your applications. We'll be glad to help you down there. Again, we're your one-stop shop for anything drone related. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. And lastly, please help us if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to our channel. It will help our channel grow more, and we'll be able to get you more content more often. So thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you soon.
Steel City Drone Flight Academy offers the most comprehensive on-site commercial remote pilot training program in the United States. Our team of professional drone instructors has more than 30 years of combined experience and have trained more than 1,000 students to fly drones commercially. We offer on-site training anywhere in the United States.
Dave King from Steel City Drones is a pioneer in the drone industry and is one of the most experienced remote pilots with more than 18,000 logged flights and over 10 years of flying experience. After working with more than 800 clients, Dave has taken everything that he has learned and incorporated it into Steel City Drones training program to prepare you to be the best commercial pilot possible.
Our most popular training package is a 4-day commercial program. Day 1, it's an introduction to drones day, an introduction to flying day, equipment familiarization. Day 2 is all-day flying. It's our advanced flying. You learn up to 15 different practice exercises. You learn how to fly manually without any automation, and you're going to be amazed by the things that you can do by the end of the day. The 3rd day is what we call Advanced Ground School. We teach you everything that the Part 107 test does not. And that's going to be everything nuts and bolts from a theory standpoint on how to be able to do flight missions. Everything from flight planning, risk assessments, to wireless communications, how to use visual observers, all the resource management from a theory standpoint. If you want to really sharpen up how to fly drones commercially and professionally, this is a day that you cannot miss. The 4th day is a commercial applications day, where we're taking the first 3 days, putting it all together, and we're doing simulated training missions that you would normally do for commercial flying. Inspection work, mapping, or they could be search and rescue, monitoring, a lot of different ways that we can go with that tactical day. Depends on who is in the group and what they want to be able to do. They are completely customizable.
We also offer everything from one-day introduction classes to 7-day train-the-trainer programs, tailor-made to your specific needs.
What sets us apart from other training schools is that we teach you how to fly manually without any automation so that you're prepared to respond to the worst type of situation a pilot can experience.
Steel City Drones offers small groups of up to 6 participants per instructor so that each student gets sufficient one-on-one instruction.
I'm Detective Brent Dukes with Jackson Police Department. The thing I like most about Steel City Drones on-site training was that all the way from the setup, the most basic parts of the setup of the drone and the equipment, having an expert right there with us to answer any questions we had was so helpful. They offered a comprehensive package including equipment recommendations, training, certification, study guides, everything that we needed to implement this drone and into our department, they provided. Some of the training that we got on site was flight planning, emergency drone recovery, should the worst case happen, dual flights with 2 controllers, one operator controlling the drone itself, the other controlling the camera. I would say that as sophisticated of a piece of equipment as this is, it's only as good as the operator who is running it, and the operator is only as good as the training they've received. Because there's no way that I would have figured out some of the capabilities of this equipment had I not had David on site as an expert. I'm pretty capable with this type of equipment. I'm pretty savvy with technology, but there are things that I learned about this because David was there to answer questions in real time that I never would have learned on my own or even with the other members of my department who were flying with me. If I didn't have his expertise in real time, there's just capabilities that I would be completely missing out on.
My name is Robert Warrington. I'm the budget analyst at the State Training School in Eldora, Iowa. Working with Dave was fantastic. He gave us great guidance on what to look for and kind of his insights and what would really help for our kind of mission that we have here. And by building this, I think it's going to help the school accomplish what we're looking for.
For more information about Steel City Drones training services, please visit our website at steelcityflightacademy.com.